Welcome back. All morning we've been having some Halloween fun with our guests on today's show, and it's the one day a year we talk about ghosts and goblins, but our next guests deal with ghosts or spirits all year round. We want to welcome the paranormal researchers, Jean and Suzanne Vincent, two sisters known as the Psychic Sisters, here to tell us how we can conduct our own ghost hunts on a budget. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, and thank you for having us.
Is this a special day for the two of you, being that it's Halloween, or is this something you're just used to all year round?
Used to all year round, but Halloween is fun. Just the kids dress up. And
It's a very special day. The energy is out there. It gets exciting. There's a lot of spirit activity, so it's a special day.
So is Pittsburgh really haunted is what I want to know.
yes, there's many haunted places in Pittsburgh.
Really?
Many.
We have many haunted places. We have the Dormont Theater. We have the Cathedral of Learning. We have the Frick. We could just go on and on and on.
Let's talk about the Dormont Theater. I want to hear about this.
Okay. We did a ghost hunt there, and we picked up a lot of activity using the dowsing rods, and with an EF meter. We had a lot of different orbs flying, people caught with the camera and things like that.
Yeah, we actually, at the Dormont Theater, a lot of people came, a lot of ladies came out, and there is a spirit there named Ralph who has been haunting the theater for about 35 or 40 years, and all the people that work there have seen Ralph, felt Ralph, and so we were able to pick up some activity by using our tools, our ghost hunting tools,
And this
to bring Ralph through.
This is video from that experience there? That
Yes,
hunt
the
there?
Dormont.
Oh,
And
most
this
definitely.
This is the Hollywood Theater in Dormont, right?
The Hollywood Theater, and there is Jeannie with one of the spirit boxes. She's one of the spirit boxes that we'll be using. Then also we'll be using the dowsing rods, but she definitely has this the spirit box going, and I believe a camera.
Interesting.
Oh, yes.
And so you mentioned also the Cathedral of Learning, and I had heard that there were some hauntings in the cathedral.
It was very haunted up in the American Room.
The early American Room up at the Cathedral of Learning, when we went upstairs, Martha Jane came through very clearly by using the dowsing rods, and they would spin and they would turn, and also the people who were participants also experienced it. So Martha Jane really did show off quite a bit, and then upstairs the cradle would rock. We felt cold spots and we felt the mist.
I always ask. It was
Very interesting.
scary and creepy, but all good energy.
And I've heard a lot about libraries being haunted. Of course, you have historical books there, and so it seems like an obvious place to be haunted, but you checked out one in particular. Can you tell us about the Andrew Bain Library?
Yes, the Andrew Bain Library definitely has Amanda Bain. She's been haunting that place for probably 60, 70 years. And as soon as they started to remodel, and when they remodeled, they also had killed her Dutch elm. And when the Dutch elm was destroyed, she started, going through the halls, turning off computers, lights, and apparitions. And didn't you see something last time we were there?
We had seen books being pulled out from the shelving, and it gave a message, and the librarian also said when she's at night working, the book gets pulled out and there's like messages from the labels.
Ooh.
She's a good ghost.
So you brought a couple things with you here this morning, and to kind of help us talk about if you want to do your own hunt on a budget. And so how would you go about doing that?
Well, you can use a spirit box. These are relatively inexpensive.
Okay.
And they catch like radio frequencies, and you can turn them on, and sometimes you might catch a voice or a sentence, and they're like under like $60.
Oh, okay. So if you have like some strong evidence that something might be haunted, maybe it's worth investing in something
Absolutely.
like this.
And this is inexpensive pair of dowsing rods. And,
What are these, and how do you use them?
And what you do is you hold them like this. Now there is a spirit in here. In this building, and his name is Joe, and there's also another spirit who is visiting too, which I feel Yvonne Zantos is in here. But that's why they're doing this activity here, because they're letting you know that they're using magnetic energy, and this is like, you can do this for like $4. Copper wire, copper handles, and this go into a oh, go into a building and you'll be able to pick up stuff. So they're acknowledging.
Does that mean that somebody's right here?
Yeah, that's what that means. So this is very interesting. The dowsing rods are very interesting. These are old school, and anybody can just kind of pick them up.
So it's
I'm
probably
getting chills.
Most
Okay.
definitely.
it's probably Joe and Yvonne.
But they let us know that they're here. Oh yes, and you can get yes, crossing yes, pointing, pointing at you, and there's all kinds of. But these are fantastic. And then the other ghost hunting equipment.
This is an EMF meter, which it could pick up different energies that are charged in the air, and they've gone up all the way to pink when the energy is approached.
So right now it's in green. So does this mean that there's very low energy at this point?
It can, if I put it down, a spirit energy can approach, and it can go different levels. When you ask questions, it'll like react to it.
Wow.
And this is a digital recorder which will record you voices. So you'll turn it on for a few minutes and ask questions. Joe, are you here? And you should be able to hear, if he's very active, you'll hear played back, he'll say, I'm here. So this is about $30, and you could probably get this at Best Buy.
So I imagine you guys probably get a lot of calls to come to homes or to businesses to see if there's anything going on suspicious.
Yes, we do.
I have a question for you. We found old photographs in our home, and I have been feeling more and more like our house is haunted. What do you look for if you think that there might be something going on in your home?
I would get some of these, and I would turn it on, and I would look for the cold spot or the creepy feeling, and then I would actually try the spirit box and see if it's, calling your name or giving a message, along with just a general recording. You can leave this on and just hear if there's like any sound during the night.
Right. And
Now,
what
if you
about the
feel
flashlights? What are those about?
The flashlight is when you're in a haunted house or you're in a place that's active, you just kind of leave it on and ask spirit if they're here. Now, last night we did do a ghost hunt at the Andrew Bain Library, and this kept going on and off for everyone to see, and that lets you know, is there a spirit in the house? 1 is for no, 2 is for yes. It'll blink, blink. So you can use that, and this is for like $10, at Home Depot, which is very interesting. And then the good old-fashioned iPhone with the camera, the video, for you, start using your iPhone and your camera and start picking up orbs, apparitions, and some visions. And then last night we did get some shadowy figures, so it's very, very interesting. These equipment that you can use that are very inexpensive instead of the real expensive stuff.
And for a yes or no, you can have 1 flashlight for a yes, 1 flashlight for a no.
So 1 to blink, 1 to, yeah, I see. Okay.
And they can answer like that.
And this has been around for like a long time, but a dowsing, a pendulum is very, very good also.
Just to swing.
It'll say, is there a spirit in the house? And it'll say yes or no. This is for, $5.
Right, you can use that.
Which is really great on a budget.
Okay, well, thank you for being here this morning. And I guess thanks to Joe for sitting here beside me through the segment. If you're interested in contacting the Psychic Sisters, you can look for a link to their website at kdka.com/PTL. You can also find them on Facebook. And thank you to Jean and Suzanne for being here with us.